All right. Hello, my name is Travis Lindsay. I am here for the Center for Entrepreneurship and CSUF Startup Incubator at California State University, Fullerton. And with me today, I'm lucky enough to have Girish. He's from TiE, specifically SoCal, but for all of TiE. And Girish, can you please introduce yourself and TiE as well?
Thank you. Thank you, Travis. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. This is Girish Kannali. I'm the founder of a technology consulting company, XTier Inc., here in Southern California. I'm also a charter member with TiE SoCal, which is one of the local chapters, part of the TiE organization, which is a global organization, which is primarily focused on entrepreneurship, startups, and the investment community. It's a pleasure to be part of this conversation, Travis.
Absolutely. So what does TiE stand for exactly?
Well, the TiE originally stand for the Indus Entrepreneurs, and which primarily the origin came in Silicon Valley, back around in 1970s, when they started to support and bring in the local entrepreneurs from the Indus Valley region. But now it's a global organizations representing and, have a presence in more than, 35 countries and have 65 chapters across the globe, representing the various entities, which becomes a part of the startup and the entrepreneurship ecosystem.
That's beautiful. I mean, that's one of the major advantages that California in general has, right? And when it comes to entrepreneurship, is that there's just so many different networks of people that are global that are kind of headquartered there. So TiE is a great organization. I know that through what we've been doing at Cal State Fullerton, we've been connected with you guys for decades now. So that's been a huge boon for us. But you also have a specific program that you want to talk about today, right? An organization with the mission of connecting with local universities, right?
That's right. The TiE has many initiatives, but one of the key initiatives, which today I would like to bring out is what we call as TiE University or TiE. So it's primarily fostering the collegiate entrepreneurs. This is a 6-month accelerator program designed to fast track, collegiate entrepreneurs and their startup ideas into market-ready ventures, right? This is a program started back in 2019, and it's pretty popular with the student community. We have kind of engaged close to 20,000 plus students in the last 6 years or so, and had representations from more than 25 countries with various schools and the university students, participating in this program. And the 2025 initiative has just started, and we are looking forward to get the next batch of student entrepreneurs to be part of this cycle and get benefited from this.
Yeah, that's amazing. So at Cal State Fullerton, we have an incubator, and that is just an incubator in general, or an accelerator is a great way for any startup to not only learn stuff, but to network with a lot of people that are needed to make a startup successful. And it sounds like that fits in with that perfectly. Please go on.
Yeah, this is it's a 6-month accelerator program, and the main idea is to kind of bridge the corporate world to the academia, right? I think many of the schools and the universities today we work with, they have an incubation program and school of a club, entrepreneurship club, etc. Where they are bringing a lot of these academic knowledge and and sharing it with the student communities. What TiE University is planning to do is to bridge the gap between the actual practitioners out in the field and the academia, and help the student community to kind of become one in the near term, right? That's the whole focus. And as such, it's a 6-month accelerator program, as I mentioned. And this year we are taking student applications in 2 tracks. And basically the idea is to kind of, the need for these 2 different tracks are different. What we call as pre-revenue track, which is primarily the teams which are still in the ideation phase, and the revenue track, which is where, the teams have a product and they're testing it with the pilot customers, and their need is, how do they scale from that point to become a larger entity, right? So we are taking applications under these 2 tracks, and the shortlisted teams in each track will receive a customized mentorship, and they will potentially participate in a regional pitch, and the winners of the regional pitch will compete in a global pitch at our TiE Global Summit, which happens once a year around December timeframe. In this year, 2025, the Global Summit is happening in Rajasthan, in India, Jaipur. And so all the winning teams from the local chapters will be nominated and will have an opportunity to participate in front of a huge participants. Last year it happened in Bangalore. In India, we had close to 20,000 uh, participants were there in that conference. So this is a huge opportunity for the student teams.
Yeah, it sounds like it. 20,000 people. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. We have partnered with a organization in India that helps teach female entrepreneurs how to be better entrepreneurs. It's called Yuki Global. I could see how this would be something that would be great for them, or for students at Cal State Fullerton, or really students anywhere, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, John was talking about this whole initiative of, how you're supporting the women-led, the companies back in India, and that's kind of closely aligned with another initiative we have at TiE, what we call as TiE Women, which is, all the startups which are founded by the women. We have a similar program where we provide the mentorship, we provide an opportunity for them to compete and, present their pitch, and then also get in front of investors. And, the TiE is also a very similar program towards that. As I was talking to, mentioning about the 2 tracks, Travis, I mean, this is the slide basically talks about the eligibility criteria for each of these 2 tracks, but primarily the the crux is, the pre-revenue track is open for undergrad and postgrad students with having some validated startup idea. And we anticipate the team should be, from a size point of view, at least have minimum of 2 and a maximum of 5 members. Maximum limit is flexible, but at least, 2 people team is, we feel, has a better success rate than being a single solo founder. And that's where we insist, especially during this phase. And normally, they should not have any revenue at this point of time, at least to be eligible for the pre-revenue track. Whereas for the revenue track, we do anticipate, and it's open for any undergrad, postgrad, as well as the graduate students, right? Anybody who graduated less than 2 years are eligible to be part of this track. The targeting the teams which had envisioned the idea, but kind of post graduation they started something and they are kind of able to build some momentum and get some MVP and some pilot customer testing. So those are the teams which we are targeting under this revenue track. Um, at least one of the team members in the revenue track has to be an active student, and the others may postgraduate is fine, or graduated and currently full-time into the startup is fine, right? That's the eligibility criteria. In terms of the overall timeline for the program, the applications we started accepting from March first week onwards, and we have, we will continue to accept that applications until May. But the sooner the better for the students, because we try to map the mentors within our chapter to the teams based on the industry, the problem what they're solving or the technology they're trying to solve, etc., etc. So we do have mentors who have specific expertise and specific experience. So as and when the students apply, we try to match mentors and try to connect them and try to create that avenue for the teams to start engaging and exchanging the ideas and the thoughts, right? And between June to August, around 3 months, we have a series of workshops and seminars and webinars around various topics which is relevant for the entrepreneurs or the startups, right? Most of these workshops are going to be virtual. We may have one or two in-person workshops that's to create an opportunity for these teams to network and meet people in person locally in within this region. But otherwise, it's a series of workshops done virtually. And then at the end of those sessions, we will have some mock-up pitching sessions, as well as we will have a regional semifinals, which is an opportunity for the teams to compete, and the winners from each track will be nominated for the global competition. So from September, October onwards, until the global competition December, the nominated teams will be further mentored and prepared them for the global pitch competition. Right. So that's the overall kind of a timeline from the program point of view. Benefits for the participants, I think it's threefold. Primarily, first one is the mentoring. These founders are going to be mentored by experienced and seasoned entrepreneurs. And this is the biggest takeaway for the students, right? They have access to these. Normally, it's very, very difficult to get access to these mentors, outside, if somebody wants to try and to reach them out directly. But, through this platform, they have an access to the multiple mentors, not just one or two, depending on their needs. We have a pool of mentors, whom they can reach out to and get guidance from, right? And then, the education, I was talking about the workshops, the seminars, and the boot camps. It's a absolutely phenomenal, platform and an opportunity for the students to learn, not just the theoretical aspects, but, hear from a practical practitioners and the experiences, real-time experiences, and learn from them. We also have a partnership with Verizon. Verizon has curated around 64 digital courses specifically tailored for startups and the entrepreneurs. And these digital courses will be available for free of cost to the students, whoever is going to be part of this TiE program. And they have access, throughout the program, as well as, the access will be there forever for them, so they can refresh and they can kind of, keep referring to that as and when they need that information. And the last but not the least is the networking opportunities. TiE SoCal have multiple events throughout the year, and we would extend the invitation to the student participants to be part of this event, in-person events. Whoever can make it, they can come and, participate and meet, all the mentors and the local entrepreneurs and the practitioners, and make use of that connections. So that's one of the best outcome of this event. The other one is they will also get to engage entrepreneurs at a global level, right? And both the peer student teams, as well as the various global level mentors who will be participating in one or other channels, they will have an opportunity to get introductions and get engaged with them. So this is the best part of being part of this program. This is a 6-month program. It extends from now till end of December, but that's not it. And our engagement just begins in this year. but we intend to be in touch with the student teams even after this program concludes, right? And they have access to the mentors, post this cycle, and they can reach out and be part of the TiE community forever, right? That's something which we are very proud of, and we would like to extend that to all the students.
That is awesome. Yeah, one of the main things that I've learned about mentors is that it's really it's great to learn from them, but it's also increasing your opportunities for your business, right? Because you could learn that piece of information that could set your business apart and on a different, higher trajectory. You could also find out information that will, make or break your business. And so it's education, it's networking, it's also just increasing the amount of opportunities that your startup has. So that's awesome. And it's great that many of the mentors will stay in touch with the teams that they mentored even well after this competition has ended. That's awesome.
Well, these are some of the modules, which is covered in the various workshops and the seminars. And we have seen it, some of them are very practical. Again, the intent is not to teach the theory, but, kind of give the practical examples and the experiences to make it much more relevant for the teams. And most of these are like 20 to 30 minutes, and majority of these sessions will be virtual in nature. How it works for the students, it's a very simple process. The student has to form a team, again, anywhere between 2 to 5 people, and, form up their ideas, if they're in the ideation phase, or have some demonstrable MVP if they are in the revenue track. And then the application is online. It's a very simple application process. If they can either scan this QR code, or they kind of, go to this www.tie-u.org and then, apply. And we will share the link for the students. The key information which they should have it handy when they're applying is, the information of the team members, the name, contact information, and the email, and then the basic pitch deck and a 1 minute short video about what the problem they're trying to solve on the business idea, right? Those are the three things what they should have. And the application basically have 5 parts, very simple, 10 to 12 questions, and they should be done with that. And once that application is done, they've submitted, one of our team members from our side will reach out to them and discuss the next steps. And, we have a platform we use, which is primarily used to upload all the documents and engage with the teams and schedule any calls going forward. That's, I think that's pretty much, Travis, from the process point of view to be part of this program.
That's quite a bit. Is there any cost that comes along with this? Do the students have to pay anything to enter this?
Yeah, good question. No, absolutely, there is zero cost to the students. There's no application fee. There is no fee or cost for whatsoever to take any mentorship or being part of any of the seminars or the webinars. And not only that, there is no expectation of equity share or part of the company of the startup or anything of that nature from any of the mentors or from the TiE organization at this point of time. This is more of a give back initiative from the TiE to the local community, and the intent is, primarily to help the students and give them the exposure what is required for them to kind of succeed in their journey.
So there's literally no downside. They have the chance to learn from TiE mentors, no cost to join this, and there's some prizes at the end too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. There is a good amount of prizes, which is available for the winners. I think we have not announced the final pricing, but prizes. But last year we had the winning team took 10,000. The runner-up team took 7,000 each, if I remember correctly. And then uh, they were also the top six teams from the global final were given an opportunity to present the ideas in front of a investor pool of investors for investment up to $500,000 in their entities, right? That's the biggest takeaway for the teams, right? One is the prize money, but there's an opportunity to kind of really engage with the real investors and get an opportunity to get the funding for their entities.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the major benefits from joining an incubator or an accelerator, like what you guys are doing with TiE, or any of the other incubators or accelerators that people know about, Y Combinator, Techstars, is that just by going through it, it's sort of like a stamp of approval for investors, right? So it's one of those things where if you have that, you're more likely to get investment in the future.
Absolutely.
All right, Girish, is there anything else that we should cover?
No, I think we have kind of gone through the basic overview of the program, what it takes for the students. It's I highly encourage the student teams to make use of this opportunity and be part of this journey, right? It's all about timing, and if they have the idea, if they have a product, uh, here is an opportunity to get the help from the local chapter and make progress with their startup.
Absolutely, yeah. And I saw that a lot of the program takes place during the summer months, so it's a perfect time for students. The program actually starts. When is it? In May?
Yeah, I think the application timeline ends in May, and then June, July, August is where majority of the webinars and the workshops happens, and then the September is a local regional competitions. So we call it as semifinals, and then December is the global pitch competition.
So yeah, so if you're a student, you're working on a startup right now, there's really not much of a downside, if any, to applying for this. And if you get in and you win, hey, you know what? Maybe this could be the thing that makes your startup into a success. So Girish, thank you very much. Really appreciate you coming in and telling us all about this.
Absolutely, Travis. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, and look forward to continue our collaborations with the Fullerton.
Perfect.